In the West, this basically kills off the vibe. 5 reasons why Asian guys struggle to get girls in the West. Let's talk about the stereotype, the self-sabotage, and the silent mistakes that we are making all the time. If this is the first time you're here, my name is Eric. I'm from Hong Kong and have been living in Germany for more than 10 years. I have a local wife here. I dated 50 girls from all around the world, including those from Russia, from Ukraine, from Iran, from Colombia, from Germany, you name it. I'm not trying to flex here. The reason I'm sharing the stories is that they're just super interesting, super inspiring, literally changed my life. There are many funny stories. More importantly, I don't want you to repeat the same mistakes I had done. So make sure that you subscribe so that you can follow up on the other stories, not only about dating, also the stories about culture shocks working in Germany. First and foremost, the elephant in the room, the cucumber or the eggplant. So this is the stereotype I was talking about, right? Very often in the West, the girls always heard about the stereotype of, the size of the cucumber. Many of them heard about it, but very few of them actually verify it. First thing first, you talk about the size. Very often people talk about how long is a cucumber, but they seldom think about how thick is the cucumber and how hard is the cucumber. Unfortunately, this is what that matters the most. The most experienced ladies will tell you that the latter two, the thickness and hardness, are probably much more important. However, even more important is that it's about how you carry yourself, whether you're confident, whether you can build up sexual tension. These are the most important, not your cucumber. The second reason, too serious too soon. Imagine an Asian guy go into a date like a job interview. They ask about how much do you earn, what's your life goal, are you planning to get married with me in the first date? Then obviously this fight works in Asia, but definitely not in the West. Well, in the West, this basically kills off the vibe. It is a bit like you're going for an actual job interview. Can we increase the salary even before you start the job or getting a job offer? It doesn't make any sense. Date first, connect, see whether it works, and then talk about the future. Not the other way around. Romantic or creepy? Imagine the guy only met you twice, and then he already cooked something, packaged it, and then wait outside of the building where you live or where you work every day, and texting you every single day or every single hour. What would you think? Well, maybe it's romantic in Asia if you watch too many Japanese romance series in the 90s, but not in the West. Well, the best case scenario would be it's creepy. The worst case scenario, they would probably call the police and arrest you. Romance in the West is more about playfulness, flirtiness, whether it's fun or not, rather than having a lot of pressure, a lot of neediness, or even creepiness. So remember that. Number 4, the humble trap. Being humble is a virtue in Asia. But in the West, being too humble is a sign of lack of confidence and not being a leader, which is fatal in dating and also for work. Because, by evolution, everyone likes to follow a leader and believe in them, especially for dating. Imagine in documentaries, in the nature, who gets to mate with the female? The alpha male who is taking the lead, not the beta male. One important tip is that do not try to brag about how much money you have or how good you are at work or how senior you are at work, because this will have the opposite effect of attraction. I'll give you an example. I saw a video in mainland China where a guy was complaining why his Russian girlfriend would not accept his proposal. Well, obviously, luckily to him, this is not a gold digger. Even though he has a lot of money, he has a Ferrari, but the attraction thing is about primitive, wire in the brain, which lasts for tens of thousands of years. And recent institutions like money or, having a job, these kind of things do not turn people on naturally in the evolution because this happened only in the past few hundred years. In other words, not being too humble means that you are confident, you take the lead in a group or when you're with the girl, but not bragging about your money or status. We talk about having embarrassing experiences dating and making failures, I definitely can share many stories with you. So remember, subscribe and click the bell button so that you're not going to miss out. Number 5, reversed priorities. For Asian guys or in Asia, it is usual that guys would come into a date looking for commitment already, and attraction is the second. So basically the sexy things. But in the West, this is the complete opposite. It's flipped. The girls or guys would first look for sexual attraction, sex first, and then think about whether there should be commitment, whether we get along well. So this is something that often got reversed. And you need to be quick, because if you miss that short window of opportunity, then you're done, then you're friend-zoned. This is something that Asian guys struggled a lot. These are just a few patterns that I have observed. Obviously, there are much more given that I've dated more than 50 girls from all around the world. Some of them were epic failures, super awkward, but there were also surprising wins, so to say, and nice time. This channel, I just want to share with you tips about how to excel in a different cultural environment, not just dating, also in work. So remember, subscribe and leave me some comments so that I know what kind of topics you would like me to talk about. See you next time.